Hi there, this is Leo speaking, founder of LSA Lingua, and today we're going to focus on denim, raw denim. This is a video meant for both native and non-native speakers of English, and specifically ranging from denim enthusiasts to newcomers to the scene. Let's go. Before we delve into things, welcome back to our channel. It is a channel that I created to share videos with you on the most relevant aspects of the English language and specifically for specific purposes, to set you up for success and to support you in your self-study endeavors to ultimately become a better communicator in the target domain you'd like to communicate in. So if you're looking for a trustworthy channel that offers useful lexes to use in different domains, then you're in the right place. Please note that I've been working in the fields of foreign language learning, second language acquisition, and English for specific purposes as a practitioner for about 7 years now. And more specifically, I've been working with academic language centers, so language centers that are tied to universities. I've been working with businesses like banks and with individual clients. So I'd be very much willing to share my expertise here with you to help you become a better communicator. So to stay in the loop, please hit that subscribe button. And if you'd like this video, please don't forget to hit like and show some love. It's much appreciated.
Your love is what I need.
In this video, I'm going to list denim-related vocabulary, their parts of speech I'm going to go into, and the meaning or definitions of these notions or terms, if you will. Let's start with parts of speech first. So these are building blocks of sentences and utterances, so written versus spoken language. Nouns make up for the largest class of words in most languages, including English. A noun is a word that refers to a thing, a person, an animal, a place, a quality, an idea, or an action. Over to today's topic, loom, noun. Loom is a frame or machine for interlacing at right angles two or more sets of threads or yarns to form a cloth or fabric, like denim. Denim, noun. Denim is a firm, durable twilled, usually cotton fabric, woven with colored warp and white filling threads. Weft, noun. A weft is a filling thread or yarn in weaving. Warp, noun. Warp is a series of yarns extended lengthwise in a loom and crossed by the weft. According to denim experts, denim consists of two yarns that are woven together. The yarn that runs across, also known as the weft, is threaded over and under the yarn that runs downwards, which is called the warp. Twill, noun. Twill is a textile weave in which the filling threads pass over one and under two or more warp threads. That is to give an appearance of diagonal lines. Cotton, noun. Yarn spun from cotton. So let's look at the definition of denim again. So denim is a firm, durable twilled, usually cotton fabric, woven with colored warp and white filling threads. Dye, noun. Dye is a soluble or insoluble coloring matter. Indigo dye, nouns. Indigo is a blue vat dye obtained from plants, such as the indigo plant. Dyeing, verb, transitive verb. Moving on now to the process of dyeing yarn, warp yarn to be specific. So this type of yarn is then dipped into a number of dye baths, for example, indigo dye baths. And after each of these baths, the yarn is then hung out to allow the indigo to oxidize, which eventually then turns the color from yellow to green and to blue. And the last step, of course, is that the yarn is rinsed to remove excess dye. It was just previously mentioned that the color changes from yellow to green to blue, and this has to do with the fact that the indigo dye first has to be treated in such a way that it can actually be absorbed by the cotton, which is done through usage of sulfates, for example. The process of dyeing with indigo is even discussed in scientific papers, where it's called the multi-dip-nip padding technique with intermediate airing for gradual buildup of shade.
Your love is what I need.
This process of chemical manipulation is called reduction. So the dye has to be transformed into a water-soluble leucoform, so a dye that can switch between two chemical forms and can then be applied. Sodium dithionite, also known as sodium hydrosulfite, is a white crystalline powder with a sulfurous odor, and it transforms the indigo dye from its intense blue color to a pale greenish yellow color. After the outer layers of the yarn absorb the soluble indigo dye, the chemical form of the indigo dye is returned to its original state through oxidation. Remember the words warp and weft? So to quickly brush up on things, warp is a series of yarns extended lengthwise in a loom and crossed by the weft, whereas the weft is a filling thread or yarn in weaving. Alright, so let's look at what denim experts have to say. Well, according to these experts, denim is usually yarn dyed with indigo. So if we look at the two types of yarns that we're dealing with, we can say that warped yarns are dyed beforehand, so before they're actually woven into the fabric, whereas the weft yarns are either undyed or bleached beforehand. Let's now zoom in on yarn fabric properties. Density. Noun. The density of denim refers to the number of yarns that make up the weave. And there are, roughly speaking, 4 densities out there, ranging from low to super high. Before diving into density, we're going to look at a table that is derived from the following scientific article in a few moments, which is titled Influence of Some Sewing Parameters Upon the Sewing Efficiency of Denim Fabrics, that was published in 2017 and written by the following authors. This table shows the specification of denim fabrics. You see here yarn fabric properties on the left-hand side, starting with linear density, twist, breaking strength, elongation at break, tenacity, and rigidity. We also see composition, ranging from more elastic to more rigid types of fabric. Here in a journal of the Textile Institute, a study was published in 2019, which is the analysis of mechanical and dimensional properties of denim fabrics produced with double core and core spun weft yarns with different weft densities. The abstract reads like this. Elastic structures are preferred for improving the elasticity and recovery properties of denim fabrics. With the intention of improving comfort during body movements in denim jeans, 10 to 35% elasticity is required. In this study, the effects of the composition of dual core and core-spawn weft yarns and weft density on mechanical properties of denim fabrics was investigated. For this purpose, 3 different weft densities were used. Values were 16, 22, and 28 weft. And denim 3-to-1 woven fabrics were treated according to standard denim finishing procedures. Let's have a closer look at fabric composition. This is important because there's such a thing as stretch denim. So stretch denim came to exist to make denim fabric more comfortable. So what you'll notice in a few moments is that the denim fabric is made with a percentage of elastin fiber in the weft. So if we look at the table again, the table of the specifications of denim fabrics, we see here that there are 5 types of fabrics included, in which 4 out of 5 contain elastin. The first 3 consist of 71% cotton plus 24% polyester and 5% elastin, and the latter is 95% cotton and 5% elastin. And if we then look at the other aspects that are included, or features if you will, then we can see that the warp yarn density and the weft yarn density differ, but you see more variation in the warp yarn density. The mass also differs quite a bit, thickness differs quite a bit, and if you look at the breaking strength, we see quite a few differences as well, and we see that the 100% cotton variant has the highest breaking strength, so it's the strongest out of these types. Bull denim, or natural denim. This type of denim is classified as heavyweight, so 14 ounces or heavier. Bull denim is an off-white, cream-colored fabric that is manufactured without any dye having been used in the process. However, other wet processing can be done afterwards, but note that no traditional color contrasting effects can be achieved anymore at that stage. However, these denim garments can be bleached into solid shades. So here, colors will typically be uniform, unlike in traditional denim processing as explained earlier. Denim is often specified as a 3-to-1 twill, which refers to the number of weft threads per warp thread. So denim fabric is traditionally woven using 3-to-1 twill as opposed to a more lightweight denim under 10.5 ounces with 2-to-1 twill. With a 3-to-1 fabric, the weft thread is woven 3 times over the warp thread, 1 time under, then again 3 times over the warp thread, and 1 time under, and so on. Moving on now to dye types. Dyes can be indigo, sulfur, vat, or reactive. So what was discussed in this video? What denim is, how it's produced and processed, how it's dyed, and the properties of denim. Up next, more on denim and raw denim to be specific. So if this video was useful for you, or if you liked it, please hit the thumbs up, so like it, and subscribe to this channel. Also hit the notification bell to stay updated. Please also drop a line in the comment section about what you'd be interested in so we can create content on that. Thanks so much. Bye for now.